still figuring out life, chasing dreams, or just trying to pass your exams. Now, imagine this. At just 18, a young Filipino had already earned a law degree. His name, Jozef Maynard Erece. On April 17th, history was made. University of Southern Queensland awarded a law degree to a young man who would soon become a symbol of brilliance, discipline, and purpose. Jozef didn't just graduate. He became the youngest person ever to earn a bachelor's degree in the university's history. At 18 years old, he was already on the path to becoming one of Australia's youngest lawyers. But greatness doesn't happen overnight. Born in New Zealand to Filipino parents, Jozef's story began long before the spotlight. At just 3 years old, he was already reading. At 8, he had written and published a book, while most children were playing. Jozef was already building a future few could even imagine. His journey was anything but ordinary. His education was accelerated by 3 full years. By the age of 11, he was already a high school senior. And when he graduated from St. Peter's Catholic School in Cambridge, New Zealand, he stood proudly as valedictorian, a child prodigy, driven not just by intelligence, but by purpose. His brilliance reached global attention. He was invited by the prestigious Stanford University to join a special program for gifted youth, a dream opportunity for many. But Jozef and his family made a bold decision. They declined because sometimes greatness isn't about chasing every opportunity. It's about choosing the right path. In 2012, Jozef entered the University of Southern Queensland to pursue a degree in law, while others would take years. He completed it in just 3. But for Jozef, law wasn't just a career. It was a mission. He once said, "I pursued law because of its power to create positive change in society." A humanist at heart, Jozef believed that law was more than rules and systems. It was a tool to shape a better world, whether through law, politics, or education. His goal remained constant: to make a difference. But Jozef wasn't just a genius in academics. He was a jack of all trades, standing at 6'2". He became one of the youngest players in the Greater Brisbane League. He was even invited to join the Nike All-Australian Tour to the United States. In martial arts, he earned a 3rd Dan Black Belt from the Kukiwan World Taekwondo headquarters. And in music, he performed as a violinist with orchestras in New Zealand. A mind of brilliance, a body of discipline, and a soul of passion. After earning his degree, Jozef pursued further training at Queensland University of Technology. His next goal, to be admitted to the bar and continue his journey of impact, not just as a lawyer, but as a force for change. In a world where records are meant to be broken, others like Gabrielle Turnquest have also made history at a young age. But Jozef's story stands unique because it reminds us that greatness knows no age, no limits, and no boundaries. So again, what were you doing at 18? Because somewhere in the world, someone like Jozef Maynard Erece was already changing the future. His story is not just about intelligence. It's about discipline, purpose, and the courage to dream bigger than your age. And maybe, just maybe, this is your sign to start your own story.